Hi, Liz here, and we are at EMO's Creative Studio, where anything and everything you create is beautiful because you created it. And today I'm going to show you how you can take your standard 9-patch block and make it into something a little bit different. Let me just review. So you see, this is the 9-patch block. Showed you how to put that together. After you did some sewing and some calculating, we came up with the Friendship Star block. Again, using 9 blocks to come up with this really pretty block. And then with some more modification, we went ahead and made this ribbon Friendship Star. Now let me show you, I had mentioned in that video that if you put them together, these corner pieces are going to make a really pretty design in the center. And these are all unfinished at 9.5. Here we go. Ta-da! We got a really pretty design, a nice square. Don't you like the way that looks? I do. So I've already decided that this is going to be the center focus of my quilt that I'm making for my husband, and I will just add on from there. Today I'm going to show you how to make another design using your standard 9-patch block, and we're going to do something called a disappearing 9-patch. Look what you can do with your 9-patch. Look how it changes. It's no longer 9 patches across. Now it's 2 blocks going across, and you come up with a really pretty design. Here we go. We started off with a piece of fabric, cut the width that you need for your block. Then we sewed it together into a strip set, and then we cut the strip set into a size, in this case 4 inches, to have hopefully a finished block of 9.5, unfinished block of 9.5 inches. A quick recap: we have our beginnings of 9-patch. We've made 2 different types of 3 strip units, one with the dark in the middle, one with the dark on the right and left side of the light color. What we'll do is we'll cut them. In this case, we've cut them into 4 inch strips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to match these seams right here. Oops, sorry. And right here, and I'm going to sew them together to make a standard 9-patch block. So now we've created a 9-patch block. So you can see, count the boxes, and it's 9 boxes or 9 patches. Let me show you what else we can do from the standard 9-patch block. I've gone ahead and I've ironed out, or I've pressed, I shouldn't say iron, I've pressed my block so that my seams are sitting in the perfect position. I will go ahead and cut off these extra strings and get them out of my way. And what I want to do is I want to square up my block, trying to position it so you all can see it. And I know that this side is kind of raggedy, so I'm going to turn it around so that I can square it up a little. I am going to take a black line and measure it up to one of the seam lines, because I know that my seam line is straight. Hold down my ruler, a quick slice, and now everything should be good. Let's turn it around, match up my ruler to one of those seam lines, slice across, just very minute 3 or 4 pieces of threads that I'm cutting off to make it straight, and if my head's in the way because I'm not looking at the camera, I'm sorry. Let's see, I'll do it again like this. Take it off. And then I have one more side to do. Again, scoring it up. You just have a minute thread. And now my block is squared up. Now, I am going to make a disappearing 9 patch. Okay, I need to bring you closer this way. There you go. I'm going to make a disappearing 9 patch from this 9 patch block. Let's measure the center square. The center square is 3.5 inches finished. So what would be, we would have to measure or divide 3.5 by 2, so that's 1 3/4, I believe, will give us a center, cut it in the center. Sorry, I'm having a problem here. 1 3/4 would be right about here. And it looks like it's in the center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this block in half this way and then in half this way. I'm going to line up a black line to the stitching right here in the center. I see that my mark, I have my ruler right next to my mark. I'm going to go ahead and one quick slice. And now I've cut it in half this way. Now, of course, if you have a rotating mat, and I do, and I should have used it, that would be great. Again, we're going to measure the center block, 1 3/4, which makes it just right about there. Tiny little dot would be good. Line up your black line to one of the stitch lines, either this one or this one. Line it up and cut your block across. An interesting tidbit I wanted to share with you. In the quilting world, they do put names to items, blocks, parts. It's quilting lingo, something that you learned, and this is something that I just recently learned while doing my research on this particular block. In the disappearing 9 patch, the standard 9 patch block is called the parent block. And these little pieces, once they're cut up, these are called daughter blocks. Isn't that interesting? I sure thought that was. How are we going to make this into a disappearing 9 patch? Well, we can, we can do it like this and then turn one end and put this here and turn the other end and put this here, and ta-da! We've got this design. Now we can turn it this way. We've got this design, you see? And then let's turn it again. We've got it this way. The possibilities are endless in how you can make this disappearing 9 patch. As you can see, there's a diamond here, a little diamond here, and a little diamond here. If you flip it around, then you just have the diamonds and 2 diamonds in the center, and then you have rectangles right here. Great design. It really is a great design. And if you really wanted to do something different, you can actually put it together this way. Let's see, I got something wrong here. Okay, wait. You could put it together like this, with a rectangle right here and 2 little rectangles right here. All you need to do is use your imagination, really. After playing around with these 4 pieces of fabric, I decided that I was going to go with this design. I really like the contrast between the large diamonds and the small diamonds, and it still gives me some straight lines with the little diamonds on the corners and the big diamonds on the opposing corners from these diamonds, as you can see. Here we go from a standard 9-patch block into a 9-patch disappearing block. Kind of neat, kind of interesting, isn't it? The possibilities are endless when you cut your 9-patch block in half one way and half the other. I'm Liz. We are at EMO's Creative Studio, where anything and everything you create is beautiful because you created it. Subscribe, hit like, click on that bell so you can be notified when I publish a new video. I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and I have an email address. And you can find all of that information down below in the description box. Until the next time, happy quilting, happy sewing.